Madden 19, July 18, 2019. I'm pointing out the things you need to be focused on in the Madden 20 version. Again, do not be diverted by the eye candy of RPOs. That's all it is. If they put that stuff out there every year to distract you for about a month or two, and then you'll come back and you'll be mad at the game because the patches will come in, and then the EA game changers are already blaming patches that will screw the game rather than the game being screwed already. You hear it after the beta came out. They started blaming the patches. The patches haven't even come out yet, but they're saying, "Oh, the game is going to be fine," but then when they patch it, they're going to screw it up. No, the game is screwed. That's why they're patching it. I mean, whether they do a good job of patching it, that's a whole new deal. But if they would put the time and energy towards the actual release of the product, then you wouldn't have to worry about that. So here's something I don't want to see. I really don't want to see it. You've got Austin. He's a speed receiver. You've got Kerrigan. He has no business backpedaling with Austin. Even though he gets up, I have no problem with him getting a bump here. But that's all it should be. Now, at this point in time, Austin should start to blaze by him, like any fast wide receiver. But if you notice, Kerrigan is backpedaling. He almost looks like he slows down to Kerrigan at this point. He's running a corner route. Why is he even worried about any of this at this point? Why is he even looking back at this point? You're running a corner route. What are you looking back here for? And running slow. But as you can see, Kerrigan now is running backpedal. He's backpedaling with Austin, a speed receiver. That's just ridiculous. And why is Austin running so slow? He's a 94 speed wide receiver. The Gallup, I think, is maybe 92, 91. But look at how far he's gotten ahead of him and continues to get ahead of him now that he's not being held up by anybody. He's not being held up unless there's an imaginary force field that's holding him still there to this defender, because he's not breaking away from him like he should. And then once he makes that break, that should be it. He's still backpedaling. How do you backpedal, look in the backfield, and you follow him on his route? I mean, these are things that you've got to call out. And you don't have to have a beta when you get this game to be able to call it out. You'll be able to see this. Don't let these people fool you, man. This is the stuff that you have to look for in a game. And you have to say no. The other thing is the cornerback you see, who is really supposed to cover either that area or the flat. Now, he has someone there in the flat, yet he's not bothered by it. And then every time you seem to throw this, the corner throws for some reason are underthrown in this version. I didn't have a problem throwing corner routes in this game. For some reason, they always, no matter whether you lead them or anything, the only way you can really get it is to throw the ball in a way where it's more susceptible to being intercepted by this guy just jumping out in front of the ball and intercepting the ball. Otherwise, it just seems like you never, well, at least I find it very hard to catch this guy in stride going to the corner, because it just seemed like it's going to underthrow the ball, and it's a pain in the behind. And that's something else they've got to work on, because it shouldn't be that way. If I throw this ball and I'm trying to lead him on the throw, then that ball should be led out further down. Now, I know they didn't like the corner routes before because people were exploiting them and things, but if the guy is open like this, rightfully, then that ball should be leading out to the sideline, not underneath. corner route is thrown out, not under. It's thrown to the outside. But yet they've now seemingly have turned this into an inside throw, which makes no sense. But my main factor here is stop having these linebackers and things cover speed wide receivers backpedaling. This is just unacceptable. Madden 19.